Welcome. If you love learning English through beautiful stories, you're in the perfect place. Don't forget to subscribe and join us every week for a new classic. Jonathan Harker, a young English lawyer, travels to the remote land of Transylvania to help Count Dracula purchase a large estate in England. At first, Jonathan is curious and excited, but when he arrives at Dracula's ancient castle, he quickly realizes something is very wrong. The castle is dark, cold, and full of strange noises and shadows. Jonathan soon discovers that he is a prisoner and that Count Dracula is not a normal man. He is a vampire who feeds on the blood of the living to survive. During his stay, Jonathan witnesses Dracula's terrifying powers. The Count can control animals like wolves and bats, change his shape, and disappear into thin air. Jonathan experiences several nights of horror, trapped in the castle, with no way to escape. Finally, after many frightening days, Jonathan manages to escape and return to England, but he is deeply shaken by his experience. Meanwhile, Dracula travels secretly to England, with plans to spread his evil influence. His first victim is Lucy Westenra, a beautiful and lively young woman, who is the close friend of Jonathan's fiancée, Mina Murray. Lucy becomes mysteriously ill, growing weaker every day. Despite the best efforts of doctors, no one can understand the cause of her sickness. Jonathan and Mina worry about Lucy's strange illness, and join forces with their friends, including the wise and knowledgeable Professor Abraham Van Helsing. Van Helsing quickly realizes that Lucy is the victim of a vampire's attack. They try to save her using garlic, holy symbols, and other traditional methods, but their efforts fail. Lucy dies, and rises again as a vampire, causing terror in the town. The friends bravely face this new horror, and manage to free Lucy's soul, by stopping her forever. The group then focuses on protecting Mina, as Dracula begins to target her. Mina fights to resist Dracula's control, but the danger grows closer. Together, Jonathan, Mina, Van Helsing, and the others follow Dracula's trail back to Transylvania. They know that the only way to stop him is to destroy his source of power. The final battle takes place in Dracula's dark and ancient castle, where the friends face many dangers. With courage, determination, and friendship, they manage to defeat Dracula, freeing Mina and the rest of the world from his terrible curse. The story ends with the victory of good over evil, but the memory of Dracula's terror remains forever. Dracula is a powerful story of fear, love, and the battle between light and darkness. It mixes horror, mystery, and tragedy, making it one of the most famous vampire tales ever told. The character of Count Dracula is both frightening and fascinating, a symbol of evil and loneliness that continues to capture the imagination of readers around the world. Dracula was written in 1897, during a time when science and superstition lived side by side. People were learning more about medicine and psychology, but old fears about monsters and the unknown still existed. Victorian society was also very strict, especially for women. Mina and Lucy reflect these roles, one strong and intelligent, the other sweet and gentle. Count Dracula, coming from Eastern Europe, represents the fear of outsiders and strange powers. He brings danger into the heart of modern England. The novel shows how fear spreads in a society that believes it is safe and civilized. Dracula is cold, powerful, and manipulative. He uses charm to hide his cruelty. Jonathan Harker begins as an ordinary man but becomes brave through suffering. Mina is smart, caring, and strong. She fights Dracula's influence with love and intelligence. Van Helsing combines science with faith. He believes in teamwork and never gives up. Lucy is innocent and kind, but she becomes Dracula's victim, showing how easily evil can change someone. Each character represents a different response to fear and darkness. Bram Stoker was an Irish writer who worked in theatre and loved mystery. Dracula is his most famous novel, but he wrote many other horror stories. His writing mixes emotion and description, using letters and journals to make the story feel real. He often wrote about people fighting hidden threats. His heroes are not perfect, but they have strong values. His villains are more than monsters, they show human fears. Stoker's message is clear: knowledge, love, and courage can defeat even the darkest evil. Dracula is more than a horror story. It speaks about fear of death, of losing control, and of evil hiding in plain sight. The story also shows the power of love and unity. That's why it still fascinates readers today. Count Dracula became the classic image of a vampire. Stoker's mix of Gothic mystery and modern life created a new kind of story. Even now, the shadow of Dracula continues, not just in books and movies, but in our imagination.